Good morning, traders. It is Thursday, August 21st. Taking a look at the charts, equities a little bit more selling today. We got the equities down about 0.5 to 0.6%. Yesterday, if we were to just zoom into the chart, I'm going to go to the SPY just so we have regular trading hours only. You can see here the market opened, sold down, it flushed way down with some big volume, and then had a rebound into the close. Now that was a step back one day. Yesterday we talked about the fear among investors. One down day here, everybody started to panic. That carried over into yesterday to what looks like a washout type of low, and that washout low is still keeping the fear high. And of course, that has got people today moving over to, they're putting in sell orders, and it's making the market drift lower as they get closer because they're worried today the market is going to fall off a cliff. This usually is a sign of short-term price action, a short-term pivot low. And if we look at the 30-minute chart, we are dipping into some lime green oversold territory. Now, obviously, if it goes too far and collapses, it can reset the trend. It could turn it down temporarily. But if we just zoom out on the chart a little bit more, you can see here, these turn into be also opportunities where the market pulls back down to this pink line, which is the 20-day moving average. We've had it happen several times, and usually we see a multi-day, multi-week rally from that point. So the market is trying to do what it's doing. If you feel really fearful and scared, which I know a lot of you are based on our inboxes and comments, that's usually a good sign. When you're scared, that's usually when the market's going to put in a bottom. When you don't want to get into a trade and you think the market's topping, usually the market's going higher. It's just the way the markets move. They climb a wall of worry, and as soon as they pull back, it's the sky is falling. And it's just the way our emotions are, very, very extreme, and they swing from one to the other when it comes to especially managing money here. Now, if we take a look at, let's take a look. Yesterday, we did see money flow into the defensive plays. So stock market was showing some fear. We saw the utility space. It ended up having a pretty nice push up. It ended up closing back down as stocks started to rally. People started to move back out of utilities. Consumer staples had a very strong move, very boring sector. It really popped and continued to push higher as a defensive play. And healthcare is usually seen as a defensive play as well, and it moved higher while the stock market struggled. We also did see gold and silver move up as that type of play as well. So a nice green bar yesterday. And that's really just the money is kind of sloshing between risk on or risk off. Now, there's no doubt the Mag 7s are the one doing a lot of the pushing and pulling on this market. Really fell off a cliff. It is a crowded type of play, meaning everybody's trading those 7 stocks or the basket of them or the ETF. And of course, we saw massive volume. So when people get scared and they're all in the same stocks, which are the Mag 7s, the Mag 7s get hit hard, and of course, they are going to pull the indices down fairly sharply. So it's just a cleansing event at this point and trying to shake things up before potentially we shoot higher and continue up, because the overall underlying trend is still positive. But we do have Jackson Hole around the corner. I think that is starting to get priced in. People are getting scared, so people are starting to get positioned for that. They think there's bad news coming, and of course, once things start to slide, it's a snowball effect. A bunch of people start to get more scared, and they all panic. And we'll see. Even if bad news comes, as we know, good earnings and blowout earnings with NVIDIA get sold into. We see the stock fall 5, 6, 7% at times. Bad news hits and the markets rally. It's always usually the opposite of what people think. So I think things are getting priced in. Bad news is going to hit in a couple days potentially, and it's already been priced in, and the market has a bounce, and it's not as bad as people thought it was potentially. So we'll just see how that goes. Now, overall, crude oil up about 0.4%. It's still trying to figure itself out.